Part 4 of Out of Sorts. Thanks for agreeing to meet with me again, Headmaster. I take it our meeting like this means you still have doubts about your house. After looking into all the other houses with Tulip, it's clear to me that I am where I belong, but Tulip is less certain now than she was in the beginning. I'm glad you found some clarity during your search, but I'm sorry to hear Miss Karasu is still uncertain. I'm here because Tulip has been researching the formation of the houses. She says the division may have been responsible for the fracturing of the four founders' friendship. I have come to prove to her that we uphold these traditions for good reason. What happened between the Hogwarts founders was tragic, but there is much more to that story than the formation of the Hogwarts houses. And I assure you, the houses are not meant to limit or divide you. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Really? How so? Rather than limiting students, each house speaks to their unique strengths and interests. They allow you to learn from one another and nurture your natural aptitudes. Your house is like a family. It is the foundation upon which each student builds their own future. It's funny you should mention family. Tulip brought up her family several times over the course of her adventure, particularly her parents. Perhaps that's an area where you could apply your trademark curiosity. You think Tulip's uneasiness in Ravenclaw has something to do with her parents? I can't claim to know the inner workings of Miss Karasu's mind. He's not a psychic, But sometimes to reach the end of a story, one must travel back to the beginning. Do that, and perhaps then everything will be sorted as it should. I was just at the reserve and I couldn't find a single crop. I could have sworn I heard a graphone's roar out by the training grounds earlier. We were fighting with that graphone. More like escaping from that graphone. Where have all the students' quaffles gone? I don't know. Where did the students go? I don't know. Hey Tulip, you look upset. What's up? There you are, Tulip. Yes, just out for a walk, watching all the happy students happily sorted. Lucky them. I take it you haven't come to any new conclusions about the sorting ceremony since I last saw you. Sometimes you learn so much it's impossible to think away. The more I read, the more examples I saw of well-sorted students who went on to do great things. Perhaps you are right, the houses don't limit us and I simply don't belong anywhere. Or perhaps this isn't about the houses at all. I don't follow. I'm still piecing it together myself, but Dumbledore said something that stuck in my ear. Oh, tell me everything he said. Perhaps his wise yet cryptic advice will help us sort this out. Talking to Dumbledore left me with a lot of questions, but he did say the houses don't decide your fate. According to him, they provide a strong foundation upon which you can build your own future like a family. To be honest, hearing that made me think about how often you have mentioned your parents on this adventure. My parents have nothing to do with this. You did say you were worried the hat only put you into Ravenclaw because it's your parents' house. I never said that, or if I did, I must have been thinking of someone else. If you want to know the truth, the sorting hat had a terrible case of hat stall when I was sorted. Oh, I remember that. You were up there for several minutes. 5 whole minutes, in fact. It was so embarrassing. The sorting hat spent all that time thinking, then out of the blue, it declared me a Ravenclaw. Ever since, I wondered if I stumped the hat. And in the absence of a clear path, it just stuck me in the same house as my parents. Would that be so bad? You must be joking. My parents were boring, typical type A Ravenclaws. They were so sharp they practically had talons.
Do you think they are egos?
But they were also stuffy, strict, and overbearing. That's not me, Autumnray. I am fun. More importantly, I am my own witch. Then perhaps the Sorting Hat had more on its mind than your parents when it sorted you into Ravenclaw. You can't say that for certain. No, not yet, but perhaps I can after we talk to the Sorting Hat again. It said we could stop by any time and say hello, didn't it? So let's go talk to it now and get some answers. We won't leave until this is settled. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, I have to wait 3 hours. Damn. Oh, there he is again. Oh, Miss Ray and Miss Karasu back again so soon. We did as you said and saw for ourselves. If Tulip and I would feel better in another house. The results seem to suggest we could fit well into any of them. So we have come to find out once and for all why you placed me in Slytherin and her in Ravenclaw. Yeah, did you sort me into Ravenclaw just because my parents were in Ravenclaw? You say you saw for yourself, but it sounds to me like you haven't seen everything. We were quite thorough, and still you managed to miss a rather important piece of the puzzle. Or perhaps you are dodging the question yet again. Honestly, I'm not sure what we could have missed. Oh, tell me all you have done. We will see if I'm the one who has missed something or if it was indeed the two of you. Oh my god, 8 hours. I don't have that time. My, the two of you have certainly done a lot. You spoke to your friends, learned about other houses, and put yourselves to the test. But I was right in my original assessment. There is one important place you forgot to look. What's that? Put me on for a moment. I would like to speak with you in private. Okay, I already have a hat on. Do you realize that, right? The last time you wore me, your thoughts were much clearer. There was pain, but less uncertainty, less fear. You have had to grow up quite a bit since we last met. What's all this got to do with the sorting ceremony? I remember the happiness I saw on your face at the thought of being placed in Slytherin. It cut through all the noise. But what made you think I was right for Slytherin? What I just said, your happiness at the thought. That's how I knew, Miss Ray. You ask how I make my decisions, but the truth is, I'm not the one who makes them. You may have been successful in any house, but Slytherin is your home. Not because I selected it for you, but because you chose it for yourself. Really? Cool. I understand. I think Tulip was happy actually, but she doesn't realize it yet. Tell me what it said. I couldn't hear a thing. The sorting hat reminded me of the day I was sorted. Though I have had my doubts about my placement recently, the day I was sorted I knew that I wanted to be in Slytherin. There was no question in my mind, and I was so happy when the hat declared me a Slytherin. That's nice for you, but I'm not sure what it has got to do with me and my future. Don't you get it, Tulip? The hat is not the one who decides our fate. We do. But that means exactly you chose to be in Ravenclaw. The hat only encouraged you down that path. It knew exactly where you wanted to be because it's a legimens. You aren't in Ravenclaw because your parents were. You are there because you chose it for yourself. Of course, stubborn as she can be, it took Miss Karasu 5 whole minutes to admit it. So that is why she took longer than others. But when she finally did, I was quite happy with her decision. Tulip has many different talents, but I knew she would make an interesting Ravenclaw. They are always so delightfully eccentric, aren't they? It can't be. Are you saying you don't want to be in Ravenclaw, Tulip? It's not that, it's just, I don't know if I can believe it. Perhaps the hat is just covering. You may be able to hide the truth from others, Miss Karasu, even from yourself, but not from me. Yeah, that's an enchanted hat, of course. I don't know. Are you alright to live? I'm fine, but I need some time to process all of this. Meet me in the courtyard later, Autumn Ray. There is something I need to tell you. Alright, as you wish. There you are to live. You said you had something you wanted to talk to me about. Thanks for meeting me, Autumn Ray. And thanks for all your help with this unexpected existential crisis. I have been thinking about what you said before, and there is something I need to get off my chest. What is it, Tulip? Let's see. The truth is, I have a lot of complaints about my parents, and everything I have said is true, but if I am being totally honest, deep down I'm still quite impressed by them. They work so hard and they have accomplished everything they set out to do. It has been hard to feel at home in Ravenclaw with their shadow looming over me. So, all of this was because you didn't want to be compared to your parents? I'm embarrassed to admit it, but next to them I felt like I would always be a disappointment as a Ravenclaw. It felt better to think I might have been sort of wrong. I'm so sorry to leave. Don't be sorry, Autumn Ray. You supported my every weird whim through all of this, and you helped me remember I'm nothing like my parents, and I don't have to be like Barnaby, Kiara, and Ben. I see now that I am my own kind of Ravenclaw thanks to you. So I had something made. I would like you to try this on. A color changing code. It's spectacular. Invisible code, yeah. Cool. I had enchanted it so it changes color when you wear it. Each color corresponds to a different house and to a different side of you. That is so cool. You helped me remember that we are all a little bit of everything and I could make it work in any house. But I'm truly home when I'm with the family I have chosen for myself. Good that you understood. To live. Anyway, thanks for watching guys. Out of Source is complete.